Bryan, great to see you, pal. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
A couple of weeks ago, my morning weekend routine, I picked up I think it was the New York Times, and I happened to be reading through, and I saw an article about you, my friend, and that's when I learned that you had COVID-19 early on in this pandemic. So you're okay, and tell me a little bit more. How you doing, and how was it for you?
Well, yeah, thanks, Ryan. When my wife and I had it very early on, the very first week that everything was shut down, and I didn't think that the world needed another celebrity saying, "Hey, I had it." So I just didn't say anything, went about my way. We were very fortunate, very mild symptoms, a couple days of feeling achy, and then about a week of just severe lethargy. And then I lost my sense of taste and smell for a couple months. And that has since come back to about 75%. And I count my blessings if that's the extent of my sacrifice there.
Wow.
And I had the antibodies, not infected anymore. And so I thought, oh, now's the time to give plasma. So because it was a new experience for me, I recorded it. And the phlebotomist there and the doctor said, would you mind do a social post for us? Because the amount of donors have dropped off, and this might encourage them to give more plasma. And so I thought, okay, this is a good reason for me to now out myself and say I had COVID. I was very fortunate. And, maybe if you had it and you're fine now, God bless. And maybe you can give plasma to those people who are truly suffering.
Wow.
It's interesting to think back, because I know that we have a mutual friendship with both Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. And Tom early on had this and was suffering quite a bit. Did you have a chance to exchange with him when he was going through it?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we did. And we were talking to them while they were still in Australia. And when they came back, the four of us had a dinner together, and we looked at each other and said, I think we can do this because we all had it. We're all not infected anymore.
Right.
And at the time,
right.
Thought, oh, we can't get it again. Now that is still in somewhat of uncertainty. And so if it's possible to be reinfected, I do have the antibodies, so hopefully that I can fight it off again. But my heart goes out to the people who have passed, of course, and their families, and those who are suffering. So if any of you watching this now have had it and got through, I'm grateful and happy for you. And if you can consider giving plasma to your local blood bank, it will help many, many people who are really suffering.